Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Neremik, and welcome back to more of Minecraft Hardcore. I've scrapped the last two episodes I've recorded of this, just because they didn't have the right vibe. So I'm hoping today, we're able to hit our stride and have a good episode. But with that said, I was obviously doing stuff in those episodes, so I may as well go and show you. But first I'm probably going to stock up on some blocks. So, as you know, last episode we finally revealed what the infernal song we're meant to be building is. You know, I'm sure many of you breathed a sigh of relief. Yes, we're building Camden. But now, there's the small, insignificant issue of, well, needing to build it. So, as some of you may know, you may have spotted that I've got a lot of deep slate tiles. Reason being, basically, I think we talked a little bit about this last episode, I could be wrong, but I kind of have two options for building this. So I can flatten some land and deforest it and what have you, and build our notebooks that way. Or the other way is to build it in the air or above something, so we don't need to deforest anything, but, you know, we put down a lot of blocks. I'm going with the second option by building it over the ocean, just because in my head that makes the most sense. And yeah, in those scrapped episodes we got to work, but it just wasn't the right vibe, so to say. So again, I'm hoping in this one we have, you know what I mean, we hit the right sort of notes. So yeah, as per usual, we're gonna be yapping. It is gonna be a more chilled, laid back episode. I'm not gonna lie and clickbait. Just know I know what we're getting into. But yes, allow me to have a little view of the stuff I did in the two scrapped episodes, because I pretty much did an amount of the work. We just yeah, you can see it's it's a bit big, and some of you may be sat there thinking, what is this? Well, basically, for those of you who haven't heard me, I will actually put on like screen in the cards, if I can remember, a link to the tutorial I'm using for the notebook song. But basically, how the tutorial operates, how this whole thing works, is there is three things that run vertically. So we've got, I'm going to call them row 1, row 2, row 3, or like spine 1, spine 2, spine 3. And they're all spaced equally apart. So, for example, all the way along here, so we press a button, it'll do some stuff here. And then spine 1, it'll be, repeater, block, repeater, block, repeater, block. And it branches off down here with the note blocks and stuff. So this one will be like bass, the middle one will be melody, and then the third will be like percussion. So if we, have like a railway, or something that kind of goes on top of this, you sit in the middle, that's kind of how it handles everything, rather than just, cramming 8 note blocks around a single piece of redstone. We do it this way. So, this is like almost 8 stacks worth of stuff long. And what we gotta do is, well, again, we've done the long bits. Now we just gotta do this bit, which is the fun bit. Which, well, I say fun. Basically, we gotta go fill all these in. So, yeah, there's 62 screens on the tutorial, and basically, we at some point we gotta go through. We're gonna put in this general foundation. I'll go think we've already calculated how long this needs to be. We can adjust it either way at ends if needs be. Probably gonna be that way, but still. But yeah, so 62 screens, and then obviously I'll go in, I'll figure out what blocks I need to put in as we've been gathering, and then I go in, I'll destroy the blocks here, and I need to, and we go from there. Now I'm technically wasting more blocks than I need to, but it is how it is. Yeah, you may notice we're not doing that far one as well. The reason being, I'll do that off camera, I think. How we've got our current kind of arrangement now, I think, just works well in my head, and also for the episode. So yeah, we're gonna do these, and then we're gonna loop around, and bada bing, bada boom, everything should be fine and dandy. Which means this is gonna be a talky episode. I know one of you maybe rolled your eyes, some of you just got very excited, but yeah, it means this could be an episode where we have a chat, we have a little yap. And well, God, do I have things to yap about. So, I'll start with the big thing. We'll lead with the once-in-a-lifetime thing that happened today. So, I was at work, and I was working a christening, which aren't my particularly favourite shifts. But, to be fair to this one, there was less parental negligence than there was usually. So I was working, and I was talking to my co-worker, because for the last few weeks I've been floating the idea of going on a second cruise for this year. I'd saved up money throughout university, and it's like, okay, I'm eyeing this cruise that goes from the UK to Miami, so it changes for seasons. And my co-worker brought it up, and I was like, oh, I'll pull it up, I'll show you like the booking and the photos on it. And I went in, and to my shock and horror, the cabin I wanted had been booked. It's not like just one specific cabin. There was On this one, there's like multiple different types. So there's like the big suites, there's ones with the balconies, there's one with the windows, there's inside ones, but then there's like a subset of inside ones, which are just specifically for one person. So they're really small, but they're also really cheap. So I've been eyeing one of them, and all of a sudden, oh no, it's not available. Panic sets in, because I hadn't really signed it off fully with my manager. I'd mentioned that I was looking into doing it, and she was like, you know, okay, but like, I'd not signed it off yet, so I wasn't, you know, going to book it. Everybody, though, that I know has been saying, literally, go for it, Daniel. Like, book this effing thing. Because, just to give you an idea, I think, like, the average going rate for this thing was £880. So about $1,000, maybe a little bit over, which is already less than my last cruise was at base. But this is with a package that includes X amount of minutes of Wi-Fi, some short excursion money, and all my drinks, which is just really nice. It's really nice. So, yeah, for that money I couldn't really say no, and I get to go to America. Like, I've got mutuals in America, you know, maybe they're watching. It's like, you know, to be able to go and meet them would be insane. And, you know, it'd be just a super cool experience. We stop off in, like, Spain and Portugal. Everybody I know that I've, like, spoke to it about has said, go. Don't wait for your manager to give you confirmation for the time off. Ask for forgiveness later, and just go. So anyway, I hadn't booked it this afternoon, and I see that the cabin type I want, which is the, you know, single person inside, really small box one, is booked. Which means my price is going to go up by about £120 to what I would have paid for my last cruise, which is still an insanely good deal. But I'm my mother's son, so of course I'm going to panic when the really good deal I've been eyeing is no longer available to me. So I start panicking, I start refreshing the page, and it's kind of fading in and out. Sometimes it'll let me pick it, sometimes it won't, but it won't go through. I start going on other websites, they're not listing them for sale anymore, and it's like, uh-oh, you know, I've got and flubbed it. This is my chance to keep it on the budget. And then I go to my usual site, right? There's a website called C-Scanner, and it allows me to, in bulk, you know, be delusional a few nights a week while listening to Anastasia's hit song I'm Out of Love, as is now featured, I've learned, on Just Dance 2022. We'll talk about Just Dance in a minute, I think. So yeah, but yeah, every now and then I'm delusional at going on that website. I'm like, oh, that's a good price. Was it setting off from Australia? Am I going to go to Australia? No, but you know what I mean. But I went on that website, like, final Hail Mary, and it wasn't there. So I'm kind of deflated, but the tab was still open, and I reopened it later on. I refreshed it, and whereas previously, I think the only one that was showing me was £670, which would just be the regular indoor one, I refresh it, and a new cabin type shows up for £550, which is, the price I was looking to get mine for. So I'm like, okay, this is probably one of, if not the last one of this type. It's probably gonna get booked within the next amount of time that is as yet undesignated. So I had a choice to make. Do I wait until tomorrow to ask my boss if it's okay if I have the time off? Or do I say F it and just drop the money on it anyway, and I hope it's okay for me to have 2 and a bit weeks off in the middle of December? Anyway, so £800 left my bank account earlier. Yeah, it turns out they had, like, it was cheaper than the fare I'd been eyeing by, like, a decent amount, and then there was a discount code on the website for £25 off. So I'm going to America. Yeah. In a month. In a month. It leaves. It leaves on December 3rd. Today's November 3rd. You see what I mean? Do you see what I mean, Budden? Interesting shift. Did I go on such shift with the intention of booking a cruise? No. Did I? Yes. Which I think the horrifying thing, right, is that's the second time I've booked a cruise while on shift at work. The first time, though, I had clearance for my holidays. I'm on 0-hour contract, so I don't technically, you know, need to ask. I can just reject my shifts, because that's how that works in the UK, I think. But still, you know, I don't want to get on my manager's bad side. But, well, I tell her in the morning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this video, and, you know, if my manager hits me over the head and kills me with a shovel, consider this all of yours invitation to the funeral. There will be no food, because I will be broke, because I spent all my money on a cruise. But yeah, so that happened. And can I just take a moment to say, that is super cool. You know, am I saying that this channel has single-handedly funded the cruise? God, no. But what I am saying is that it's like, it's cool. I would love to be able to share that with you guys. I have a vlog from the last cruise I went on that, like, it's a pain in the ass to edit, if I'm being honest. Because it's, like, gonna be an hour long. I filmed a lot. And that one was shorter than the one I'm about to go on. So I probably need to buy an SD card, but I don't know, I might vlog it for you guys, but still, it's just crazy. It's this year has genuinely been super good. But, like, you know, to cap it off with that, I think, is like, okay, for once, I'm gonna properly let go of my financial responsibilities and just say, F it. Let's go to America. It's like, oh, I'm not just, I'm like, the thing is, right, is I did it, and the only person who knew I booked it was my co-worker. By the way, she's going to be covering my shifts while I'm away, but she was there like, you know, do it, and then we were both there shaking, and like, you know, some of my relatives come in to drink and whatnot, they didn't know, like, first of all, like, 5-10 minutes, okay, it was just me and my co-worker, and we were, like, tweaking, and then my parents came in to get a drink, again, my family tend to come in the bar because I work there, and then I told one of them, and then it kind of went through the table, and it was, yeah, I sat down on the apps with them, and everybody was very proud of me for getting a 12-day vacation for £800. it's man. The thing is, I've been bottling the excitement, and then I've had it. The funny thing is, like, the funniest thing about this is that you'd think, all right, yeah, you're in the clear now, right? No, I forgot I'd booked it, because I got in and I played Just Dance with my sister because she's nicked my Switch, and she was playing, and it's like, oh, go on, man. How can I refuse playing, you know, Hips Don't Lie by Shakira? So I played that for a while, had tea, and then, like, on my way back upstairs, it re-clicked in my head that I booked it, and it hit me again, and it's like, oh my god, like, bruh, it's, I don't know. It's just a little, just a tiny little bit, completely insane. But, oh, man, if I'm not excited, it's yeah, and I've got more stuff to talk about as well. But I don't know. I think this year has been one hell of a good one. My friends who have, you know, eventually nagged me into playing Danganronpa on the channel would say it's because I finally played Danganronpa, but seriously, this year has been great, and I think just curtail it with, like, that is a once-in-a-lifetime holiday, I think. Like, I finally get to go to America and, like, you know, meet some people that just so happen to live around, you know, in Miami and New York that I've known for years. It's like, it's trippy, man. It's genuinely trippy, but, like, I just... Anyway, so let's talk about something else, because, you know, some of you might just be there like, wow, this is interesting, you talk, boy, while you put those blocks down there. Let's talk some more about the channel, because again, this year has been good. You will notice you've been even more good. Like, the recent live streams we've been doing, I've really got into, but what I didn't expect to be the most successful live stream meta I've done, currently as of only being done on 2 streams, was playing Just Dance. Yeah, I didn't expect whipping out my copy of Just Dance 2 for a marathon. A milestone even would do well, and then the follow-up stream to do even better, and it's like, oh, guess I'm buying all the Just Dance games on Switch now. Well, not all of them, but, like, I bought a few. I don't know, it's been fun doing that. I've genuinely enjoyed, like, getting back into streaming. Like, there is always the voice at the back of my head that's like, you should be a streamer, you hate editing videos, whereas streamers don't need to edit because they're live. And, like, yeah, well, I think that is partly true. I do also enjoy, like, recording. Like, in my head, they're 2 very different things. Like, how I act on a live is different to how I will act on a recording. Because on a recording, I can kind of just do whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I set my own path, whereas on stream, it's like, you know, I gotta react to people in the chat, you know, it can go either way, a different setup, and also, you know, it's like, yeah, I can't edit, which is also a blessing and a curse. It's like, if something needs editing it out, it stays in. Unless I want to edit the VOD, but you know what I mean? It's like, but I've enjoyed getting into it. Seeing Just Dance do inherently well as a stream format was like the most surreal part, I think, because it's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? It's just Dance. I kind of played it for a meme and it did well. I will stream it again. I had to promise I'd do it within the week, among other things. But yeah, it's just watching last week. Oh no, just the last City Folk video I made, because again, it's called Within the Week to talk about stuff I want to do within the week. It's well, weird idea for an episode, but I'm looking back at myself doing it. It's like, actually, yeah, go on, good idea. Also, I reckon tonight. Ooh, you know, I feel like I need to go mining, so I'm gonna go mining tonight. I reckon. I want to get myself more deep slate for this, because there's no way the current inventory worth that we've got is going to be like worth this. Because this is basically like, I'm gonna say, multiple times more of an investment than just the 3 very long strips we did. Actually, ooh, before I forget, I kind of want to show you guys just how far down this goes. So again, we've actually made very decent progress on this. And then it fades off into the fog like it's some like Minecraft creepypasta. I do want to run to the end just to show you guys how long this is. Because, yeah, I did say this in one of the scrapped recordings, but I do need to figure out just exactly what I want to show on camera. Because off-camera mining, it's like, okay, I'll pick up some extra ores and stuff, but primarily I can do a lot of the mining off-camera when exports are going on because, well, you know, it's just mining. Whereas for stuff like this, it's like, I don't want to give you guys repeated episodes like this where it's just me placing blocks. I want there to be some sort of variation in it, so it's gonna be a little, yeah, a little interesting to try and figure out the exact balance behind it. Unfortunately, I don't have to start, well, fortunately even, I don't need to start, you know, striking that balance ASAP, but it's something that's on my mind is like, hey, you know, okay, do I, you know, what do I gotta be wary about, basically? But yeah, it goes all the way down here. It's the exact length, so I built down here and then built it back a bit, there. If I could redo it, I would probably not have it go all the way over here, but hey, it acts as a land bridge. You know, I guess there's that. But yeah, it's this, so again, we're filling out the two middle ones with these, and then we can branch it off to the left. Probably not gonna like connect those. I'll probably just, you know what I mean? It's like I'll probably just have them like forking off like it shows in the tutorial, rather than like connecting them with the block at the end of each, like this one's doing. Again, if I really want to be stingy about blocks, I could do it like that, but I reckon it'd probably just be easier to get the extra blocks rather than waste the time of me falling into the gaps I know I'll inevitably end up making. So yeah. Oh god, 16 minutes though. What else is there to talk about? I don't know. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna light a candle. I've got some candles on my desk. Some of you will know, they've cameoed in live streams and I'll have mentioned them. My cherry bakewell and my strawberry gin candle. Yeah, I've had them for years. Let's just, what's like the gin candle? What's like both? But I've had them for years. My old issue with that is that like, have I actually like, you know, tied them out? No, okay, I gotta stop for a second. Cherry bakewell candle, you're gonna reignite. Thank you. Hey, you're gonna light. You were lit last night for the first time in years. You're gonna light up again. There we are. Oh, nice and romantic Minecraft recording. Ah, yes. I guess we continue on. Yeah, we definitely have enough blocks for the rest of the recording. It's just, I think once the recording is done, I'll have to go stock up some more. But yeah, those are kind of the two major things I wanted to talk about. It's, again, just the weird Just Dance stream meta and, booking a cruise to America. Because it just, I don't know, man, those are big topics. I don't know what else I could really talk about. Actually, I guess, have you guys seen that Minecraft AI thing? So they took like a load of video footage and then used that to generate like an AI version of Minecraft. And oh my god, it's bad. Like, I don't encourage playing it because I think like we should. My personal take on AI is that I hope it dies. There are useful uses for it, but I think in creative arts especially, it shouldn't be encouraged. Like, for example, AI is the reason I've like been kind of done over with my degree. I did game development. Do you want to know what AI is really good at? Because I'll give you a hint. It's writing code. Like, so that's why there's a lot less codes going on, like programming and artist positions and stuff, because they're getting phased out for AI. Like, do I think there's actually a load of people that are enthusiastic for AI? No. But, you know, it's something you can wiggle in front of 63-year-old shareholders that make them just clap and wave their hands and send, you know, 20 billion more seed money away. It's like, you know. Yeah, but to bring it back to the Minecraft AI thing, oh my god, it's bad. Like, you're spending that much money to develop a model, and training it on that much stuff, and using that much power, and killing the planet, god knows how much, to make a worse version of Minecraft that, like, can't hold cohesion for more than 2 seconds. Like, if you're in a field and walking through the field, it's fine. But the second you, like, just... So say, for example, like, I'm looking at this scene, right? If I were to, say, grab some spruce planks, and then just put them in front of me like this, it'd still, you know, kind of remember where I am. Maybe it'd forget the fact that there's 4 behind me, and then, oh, maybe the planks would have despawned at that time. But if I dared to, like, cover my whole screen in planks, then walk back, it'd stick me in a house, rather than where I was. Like, the game basically just forgets, you know, within seconds. It's like, and yes, I get it, it's AI, but still, it's mule. It gives me the AKI. I will complain about it any and all amount of times I can. I hope, like, seriously, just, you know, AI is, like, one of my biggest icks currently, and I did a module on it in school and got an A+. Got an A+ in it, even. So maybe that's actually why I hate it, because, god, it's a pain to develop as well. Like, is there anybody who actually likes AI, other than shareholders? Let me know. Do you, the viewer, like AI? Probably not, but, you know, it'll be fun to see. Like, I think the most proliferated version of it I've seen, though, is C.AI, which is really funny. It's like, every so often I will use it, I'll put my hands up, but Actually, no. I was gonna say there's a but to that. There isn't. There's no excuse for using C.I. My apologies. National televised apology with me and my family, Japan style, to air within the week. Sometimes you gotta show you half shame. Sometimes. Seriously, this episode looks miserable. This is like the first scrapped recording I did of this. Was the same. It just rained the entire time, and it was miserable and boring. And the issue is, I think it's still daytime, isn't it? Yeah, that's the sun, so it's not nighttime, so I can't sleep this away. It just the episode's ending is kind of doomed to just constantly look like a soft drizzle. I mean, fair enough. To each their own. But yeah, God, so we went through all the topics, haven't we? Again, this is generally some episodes just develop into a glorified podcast. It's been that way since the first series, I'm afraid. Ooh, okay, I do not know what happens to my audio just there. Like, staticked out. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah! So, speaking of my cruise, random thing that was on my mind after I booked it. I could have felt one of those ESTA forms to get into the US, right? They're like a kind of a visa or a visa waiver to make travel easier. I don't know what exactly it is in the getting into the US process. But A, why are they going to make it so complicated? B, is the TSA going to steal my Switch if I take it? Because, you know, A, that's my moneymaker on live streams, apparently. And C, I learned this from watching Dan and Phil years ago. If some of you don't know, they're like British story time vlog YouTubers. Yeah, apparently when you go to the US, other than the TSA being evil, they do point blank ask you a load of questions to see if you're eligible or not to come in. And one of them, they just ask you if you were a terrorist, which I've thought about that intermittently for years. Like, who answers yes to that? I mean, and like, there's other stuff too. Like, apparently they don't let you into the US if you've been to Cuba in like the last 6 months. Like, why? Do you think I went there to train to become an international spy? No, I probably just went to try full sugar coke, but like, there's a little weird stuff to get into the US, but genuinely, I think the audacity of thinking, yes, I will rat myself out to this electronic screen in an airport. Like, the fact somebody thought that worked is astonishing, but the fact that 8 billion people in the world means even worse that somebody's probably been caught by that. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, it baffles me, but that's probably there for a reason. The fact that probably has worked to catch somebody in the past is... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. I mean, it's just, again, this entire reality of going on my cruise is insane. Although, the channel logistics side of it is even funnier. Because the longest I've been away from home has been 8 days. Like, ever, I think. Maybe 9 days, but that's the amount of time I would have needed to pre-record for. This US trip is going to be 15 days, possibly 16, depending on if my boss, you know, threatens to bash my head in with a fire extinguisher or not if I have that much time off work. I'm going to have to pre-record a video for every single day of that. Which, on the one hand, oh no. I'm feeling what I call fear at that, because it's like, bro, I can only... Yeah, I've pulled my trigger on easy to record content before. And, you know, I can't replay Portal 2. It's only been 4 years. In case you don't know, that was like the first time I went away while I was trying to upload daily. It was like, yeah, let's record all of Portal 2 and upload it in a week, and nobody will know a thing. It's like, I don't know exactly how I'll make it work, but like 2 weeks worth of content pre-recorded. And just if I need to remind you, it leaves in a month. Like, genuinely, I think I might be cooked. Like, because I can make thumbnails and whatnot and, you know, stuff on board if I must. If I take a mouse, I'm sure I'll be fine. But it's the reality of basically making 2 videos a day that are just videos that I'd usually go up in a way that doesn't, like, say, you know, missile strike the channel's performance. Because it's like, I don't know, I feel as though it's doable. It's just a very uphill task that I didn't really think about when I was pressing the book button. Because it's like, again, I got the 12 days on the cruise, maybe a day to stay before the cruise, then like the day in America, day or 2 in America, should I say, and then like, you know, the travel back. It's like, oh my god, it's gonna be an uphill battle. So genuinely, if you see me uploading for all of December, please tip your hat off to me. But do you want to know what's funnier? So every December, yeah, I'm gonna go into overtime for this because this is genuinely every December we do a thing called 12 Days of Neremik, where the 12th day is on the 24th and it begins on the 13th. And usually it's kind of a break from normal content, where it's either first episodes of a series, last episodes of a series, or generally special content or one-offs. So for example, last year, you know, we did like, say, Lethal Company, stuff like that. Yeah. Can you guess who's not here for the 13th when that starts? So I've also got a pre-record 12 Days of Neremik content as well, which is, oh no. Oh honey, no, I don't... Look, the promised Neremik Christmas cover album might be in jeopardy. And not only because I've got very limited funds in my bank account to pay for covers to be arranged of certain songs, no. Nah, definitely not, nah. I definitely have more than £406 in my current account. Definitely, yes. Oh, thankfully I get paid tomorrow. I love being paid on Mondays, it's more. But yeah. So, that's going to be a fun challenge, I think, recording 2 weeks worth of content for, well, in 4 weeks. Well, no, sorry. I need to, if I'm still uploading every day like I usually would, that's 6 weeks worth of content within that time. Which is like a double, Then I reckon I can come in clutch though. I reckon, again, sorry, I know I'm over yapping, but like, I reckon I can wrap up, Danganronpa 2 to have that go out in 12 Days of Neremik, which I think is a nice full circle moment because the first episode of Danganronpa 1 went out during that as well. As for everything else, nah, I haven't got a clue. We might have to cheap out some of the days, like maybe one day is just a wee party video because that's more of a treat these days. We'll see. Or, so ideas are coming to me now. Or I could rehash one of this year's most successful videos where I like bowl for money to spend on a takeaway. Okay, it's in better hands than I thought, considering I won't be gone the whole period, but I know, let me cook, let me cook, and we'll see what comes out. But yeah, so all in all, my manager's probably going to kill me tomorrow when I tell her that I went ahead and booked the cruise. So again, if I am having a funeral, please feel free to show up and just request Girls Are Wild songs by the DJ, please and thank you. And play Just Dance as I'm getting lowered into the ground, you know, let's make it a banger. But yeah, I think that's probably gonna be the end of this one. Did we add a lot? Yes. But hopefully I can get a lot more of this done off camera. Like we've made good strides. Like you gotta think, if there's 62 slides and there's 4 rows per slide, if you think about how many lots of 4 we've put in, we are probably, I think we've done more than 40 rows this episode, so we're at least 1/6 of the way done. Again, it's just a matter of getting more deep slate and stuff, but give me time, and I'm sure we can make it work. Although, there is the easier version of just using my cobblestone machine, which I really should have thought of, because I can just leave it to AFK and go play Just Dance. I'm seriously considering that. I don't know. Is the jury of people watching this inherently opposed to me suddenly swapping to cobblestone midway through? I don't know. Now, I'll mind deep slate because it works out a little bit better. I've yapped on so much this episode, I apologise, but hopefully you guys have still enjoyed. Of course, as usual, if you haven't, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. As always, it helps out much. Ultimately, doing some more of this and all of that good stuff. And, you know, I think me and the 2 candles I lit mid-recording are gonna peace out for now. So yeah, that's us done for now. So until next time, with all that said and all that aside, sorry, I tried to like time my blocks but somehow sure it didn't work out. Thanks for watching, guys. My name's been Neremik, and peace out.